Hello everyone, it's me, Felipe Muñoz, the meditation and mindfulness coach here at Empathic Practice. I'm also the cannabis concierge here. I help people through their medical marijuana certification, understanding what products are available out there, how the legislation works, and how things work specifically here in Florida and what access do they have to different things. Now, because this month we had a new bill being signed that allows the use and the recommendation of smokable marijuana. Many patients and clients and people are just not understanding how does that work. It's not that going to a medical marijuana doctor, suddenly you have access to a bag of weed. No, it's very different. It's much more complex and much harder than people were thinking. And as everyone is calling their doctors and asking all these questions, we just want to try to help you out to understand a little bit better of how this is working here in Florida. So now that smokable marijuana is legal here in Florida for terminal illness patients and some qualifying conditions, you need to sit with your doctor. You need to schedule an appointment and sit with him and understand his point of view on that. Not all the doctors think that smokable marijuana is the way to go and trumps all the other forms of delivery. And you need to understand that makes sense from a medical standpoint, because if you're smoking and you're damaging your lungs, it might not be the option for you if you have other things to consider, as vape pens, as edibles, or oral intakes. Now, here's how we see this. At Empathic Practice, we see medical marijuana as an herbal medicine. So it's really hard to measure how patients are benefiting from it if we don't keep an ongoing process and feedback and listening for our patients. So we already understand what forms of delivery are working and are not working for our patients. Now, what is required from the doctors is that they tell the Florida Health Department and the Board of Medicine how the patients are working through the different types of delivery. So once you sit down with your doctor, he's gonna ask you, so how is the vape pens working for you? How are the topicals working for you? How are the capsules working for you? And you need to be honest and true and understand that that answer is what is going to dictate if smokable marijuana is going to be available for you or not. So there's a lot more paperwork for the medical practices to go through, and that's why some doctors are charging the price of a regular follow-up visit. It makes sense. Like, all our staff needs to go to twice as much paperwork. The Florida Health Department is still figuring out how they're going to address all this. So everything is a makeshift, temporary solution to give access to the people that really need access to smokable marijuana. So don't be mad with your physician. Don't get carried away because the flower is not really free. What is happening here is one new step towards the accessibility of this herbal medication for more people. So once you do have access to smokable marijuana, understand that smoking is not the best way of intake. It's scary with nostalgia, and I understand that. We see that from several patients, that the idea of rolling a joint, of lighting a bowl, is much more appealing than the sterile look of a vape pen or a capsule or tinctures. But don't let yourself be carried away by that. So understand that now, with technology, you can use medical marijuana in a more efficient way, in a more flavorful way, and ditch all the carcinogens that are present when you are really burning a smokable flower of any sort, being that tobacco, being that chamomile, or medical marijuana. Now, if you are nostalgic about smoking, I invite you to experiment a new ritual, something that might help you to enjoy the experience better, being more mindful of what you're doing, tasting the herb for what it is, and receiving all the therapeutical effects in a more enhanced way. So you see, now with technology, you can vape the dry herb. So when you're vaping dry herb, you're not damaging the trichomes. You're actually increasing the heat to a temperature that it doesn't burn, so the plant never gets through combustion. And you are essentially dehydrating the plant and allowing all the small parts of it to be transformed into vapor that you inhale. Therefore, you're not inhaling any smoke, taking the benefits of it a little bit further. THC, the CBD, the CBN, all those compounds are gonna be more whole when they enter your body. Now mind yourself, whenever we are inhaling anything that is not air, you are damaging your lungs to an extent. But this is a much healthier and cleaner way of using medical marijuana than smoking. So try a different ritual, try something new. The possibilities are really endless. You can have a desktop vaporizer where you can just insert the plant, set the temperature, and enjoy in the comfort of your home. Or if you're in your backyard and you used to use a handheld, you also have that option. The same way, you set the temperature and you can even experiment with that. With lower temperatures, you can taste all the flavors of the terpenes, of the plant, of everything present that makes cannabis such a complex and rich plant. With higher temperatures, you can enjoy like a quick relief and let the vapors take over a little bit faster. Now, another thing that is interesting is knowing that you can blend cannabis as a dry herb with different herbs. You can use things like lavender, damiana, mullein, chamomile. And with that, what you're doing is really creating a blend that is richer, that complements all the different compounds of marijuana. You want a more relaxing experience? Why not trying vaping marijuana with chamomile and lavender? You want something more uplifting? Try lemongrass. It's really, as a herbal medicine, the possibilities are endless. And if you do have access to medical marijuana as a flower, know that you should use that to its full potential. And burning it, well, that's not it. Well, let us know if you have any questions, if we can help in any other way. And that's what we're here for. Thank you again.